Here it is, Friday, December 15th. Christmas is getting closer. If you haven't bought your gifts, you better get out there and find them. I'm not a big gift giver anymore. There was the time when I was buying a lot of gifts. I gave it up a few years ago. It just, you get to where you think, what can you give a person that they don't already have? It's sad to think that you can't buy them some new socks and new tie and maybe a belt, nice leather belt. That'd be for Daddy, And then for Mama. Mama always got the dusting powder, the bathroom dusting powder by Cody. And sometimes she got little brooches to wear on her winter coat. She would get pretty petticoats, those that had pretty lace around the neck and around the tail. And she got some dish rags, dish towels. Oh my, nothing like having some pretty new dish towels. So those were the small items. But today, goodness gracious, I can't afford the things that young people would want. And they've already got it. So I decided, no more gifts. That's it. I've done my share. And I'll gladly cook you a nice big meal. I'm all for that. Anytime I'll cook you a nice meal. That would be my gift to you. So, Fridays come around awfully quick, don't they? Seems like they come around quicker than any other day of the week. Now, don't you laugh at me because I said that. But they do. I sit around saying, oh my gosh, it's Friday already. Well, I've got something I want to show you. I was had to go out and get my Dr. Peppers yesterday and met the doorman. He said, you've got a package in the mail room. Oh, okay, but I'll get it when I come back. So I went to the grocery, came back, and he ran to the mail room, got my little box. I said, oh my, gosh, that looks good. And he put it in my grocery cart so I could take everything up to my condo. Now, folks, you're being awfully nice to me, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But I still want to emphasize, you don't have to give me gifts. You really don't. Your gift to me is subscribing to my YouTube, my channel. It's sending me messages telling me that you are pleased with the stories and the comments and whatever I can provide for you that just gives you a couple minutes of change during the day. I'm doing it because it pleases me, and when it pleases you, it pleases me double. So I wanted to say that first before I tell you about this gift I received yesterday. You know that I have collected English Abbey china for about 40 years now. I gave up looking for pieces after 35 years because I accumulated quite a bit. When I started out, I didn't even have any cups and saucers. And this was not a pattern that was easily found. It wasn't available in the antique shops or anywhere else. So I had a hard time collecting these dishes. And they are my favorite, always will be. English Abbey in red and white. I started out, I decided I wanted red dishes. Well, everybody collecting blue willow. I'm one of those people, I don't want to do what everybody else does. I want to be different. So I'll collect red willow. Well, I discovered that that wasn't going to happen. Red willow was expensive and there wasn't much of it. I wasn't going to be able to find it. So I came across a pattern once when I was out looking. They were having a big antique sale down at the Rupp Arena Coliseum. And a lady was setting her wares out, getting them out of the boxes, and I spotted these red and white dishes. And I said, how much have you got of that? She said, well, I'm putting it all out right now. I've got about 15 plates. 15 plates now. And I said, are there many chips and cracks? She said, there are a few. I said, well, I'll come back around when you get them out. What are you asking for the dishes? And she said, $50. So Jan was with me. We walked all the way around the Coliseum, and we came to a booth that was displaying single plates, single china plates, you know, one of a kind. Right in the middle on this pretty plate stand was English Abbey in the red. Now, English Abbey came in red, blue, green, and brown. Blue was probably the #1 first choice. Red was next, so I was collecting red. Jan looked at the plate and she checked the price tag on it. The price tag said $30. One plate cost $30? Jan said, Mom, get your checkbook out. You get a check back over in that woman's hands right now. She had 15 plates, and the whole set of dishes was going to be $50. Well, I did just what she said. I handed the woman the check, and I said, I'll be back to get the dishes. And it was best buy I ever made. Okay. Now, little by little, I added to. I now have about 24 cups and saucers. That's doing pretty good when you start out with none. Little by little, I'd find the gravy boat. I'd find another plate. I found the platters. There are 5 platters to English Abbey. 5. I've got 4 of them. Number 5 is 15 inches. That's out of my range, money range. No. So I'd live without the 15-inch platter. So, I want to show you what came in the mail yesterday. And I'm telling you, my heart fluttered. Couldn't believe what I saw when I opened the box. The first thing, wrapped in bubble wrap, you know, real well wrapped in bubble wrap. And the first thing I saw was red. And when I saw red, I knew what it was. It's English Abbey. Somebody's sending me English Abbey. Now, I hope the lady who sent these to me is watching. I don't think I can send her a letter. I don't think I can call her on the phone. I don't think I can do anything better than tell her here and now how happy she made me. I'm going to show you something that I didn't even know they made. And you're going to agree I had reason for my heart to flutter. Now, this is the pattern. This is just a little salad plate. Whoops, get the glare off. You see There's it's like a doorway, and it's an entrance to the abbey that's back here. There's little boys, they're fishing. This is the pattern. This is a salad plate. There's several size plates. Now this is what I want you to see. This is what the lady sent me. You see this? This is the double-handled soup dish. 2 handles. Look at that. Look inside the edge of the bowl. 6 of them. Oh my gosh. I cried. Who wouldn't? Isn't that beautiful? And I didn't even know they made these. I'm just absolutely thrilled. I don't think I've ever received anything nicer than this. So Norma, I don't know how you knew to send these to me. Of course, I've shown them enough that anybody would know that I collect English Abbey. But I didn't even know they made these dishes. And I can't thank you enough. There's nothing I can do or say to express the pleasure I have, and I plan to use these the next time I make my harvest soup. It's going to be great. That soup's going to taste 10 times better because it's in this bowl. So, folks, I wanted you to see that. I wanted Norma to see it. I want her to know how pleased I am. And I'll be showing these dishes off for a long time now. Now, my subject. How many of you are familiar with the Burma Shave? Burma Shave. Oh, yes, if you're my age, you know what Burma Shave is. Now, I'm going to show you something. You see this? This is a shave, what you might call a shaving mug. It's not, there are mugs that look like mugs, and there's this. Now, see the top? First, I'm going to tell you, the tag inside says Prussia, $48. No, I didn't pay $48 for this. In fact, I think it was given to me. I can't remember, but I did not pay that. But look how pretty it is. Isn't it gorgeous? Now, for those younger that aren't familiar, that only know that men shave with electric razors, that there was a time they used a brush, and the brush laid right here. It laid right in that pocket. Now, see this one with the little holes in it? That's where your shaving soap went, right in there. This is not shaving soap, this is Dove, but it fits, so I put it in there so you could see it. Now, it's got another bottom pocket. Now, I'm not real sure about that. I think maybe there may have been water in there so that you could take your brush and you could dip it in the water. You came up here and you scrubbed that shaving soap with your brush. Wish I had a brush. I don't have a brush. Here's a little paintbrush. We'll try it. Take that brush and you got it good and soapy so that you could put the shaving soap on your face. and then dip back in the water again, do the same thing. So then they came along with the, what was it, with the brushless shaving soap you could put on, I guess, with your hand. I don't know. I never did shave, so I can't tell you how that worked. But I wanted you to see this before I start my story. That was your shaving mug and I'm sure my dad used Burma Shave. Now, when I was a kid, the family had reduced to where there were just 3 of us kids in the back seat of the car every time we went to visit relatives. We had to drive 50 miles around winding curves. They were curves such that when you went around, you could see your taillights. They were so sharp. And I always got sick, always. But we wound round and round and round that Booger Mountain. I don't know how many Booger Mountains you know of, but this one was in Kentucky. And that's the only way you could get to Bell County was go around Booger Mountain. That's when we only had 2-lane roads. During that time, the company called Burma Shave started putting signs on the side of the road. They were like 4 to 6 big signs, you know, with arrows. This was mainly for the kids, I think, because we would have a little contest between us in the back seat to see who could spot the Burma Shave signs first. They were in phrases. You would read the little phrase on each long board, red and white. Some of them were black and orange, but they cut those out, and they all were red and white. So we spent our time going around Booger Mountain, searching for those Burma Shave signs. Now, what you need to know is that between 1927 and 1963, Burma Shave put out 600 of those sets of signs. 600. And to my knowledge, there only exists one complete set today, and it is in the Smithsonian Museum in Washington. Now, I can remember when the signs were disappearing, and my sister and I thought we would like to collect those signs, but they weren't there anymore. And for one thing, you can understand why, because we started getting interstate highways, 4 lanes, 6 lanes. Well, you couldn't read the Burma Shave signs if you were in the middle lane or in the passing lane. So in 1963, they took away all of the Burma Shave signs. Now, that was one of the best things that they did, was put those signs on the sides of the road. They were entertainment for families when they were driving any distance at all. Now, I went into Burma Shave and I looked up a little bit. You can get all of this information by going to Burma Shave, and it will give you a lot of the little verses. I'm going to read this one first. And each board had 3 or 4 words on it. You read one, then you went a little distance, you read another, you made sure you got to read every sign. This one said, "Cheer up, face, the war is past. The H is out of shave at last, Burma Shave." Before that, there had been one. Let me find it. I have to go back a little bit. But doggone. Here we go. This one, take the H out of shave, makes it save. Saves complexion, save time and money. No brush, no lather, Burma Shave. Last sign was always Burma Shave. Now, that's where the other one came in. The war is past. The H is out of shave at last, Burma Shave. Now, they would change their theme from time to time. There were a lot of those about the war, and you had all kinds of jingles. You had a shave that's real, no cut to heal, a soothing velvet afterfeel, Burma Shave. Train approaching, whistle squealing, stop, avoid that run-down feeling, Burma Shave. Hardly a driver is now alive who passed on heels at 75. The speed limit was 60. Burma Shave. Past schoolhouses, take it slow. Let the little shavers grow. Burma Shave. If you dislike big traffic fines, slow down till you can read the signs. Burma Shave. Don't take a curve at 60. We hate to lose a customer. Burma Shave. See, each thing it was a message to you. Let's see. Good to the last strop. Covers a multitude of chin. Take the H out of shaving. Oh, that wasn't one. No, that's something else. Okay. Tough whiskered Yanks in heavy tanks have jaws as smooth as guys in banks. Burma Shave. Don't you like to hear those little slogans? I won't read anymore. I think you will take it upon yourself to go to the Burma Shave channel, and you can read all about Burma Shave. I don't even know if they make it anymore, but they do. Men are going back to the soap. Most of the soaps, they're little round soaps. This, I just happen to have a bar of Dove that I worked down so and it fit right in that little bowl. And isn't that a pretty thing to have in your collection? And what I like is when it's got a story with it. And I'm telling you, we rounded Booger Mountain many times, and we saw many Burma Shave signs. And that was the pleasure of every trip on that 50-mile drive, looking at our own taillights because the curves were so sharp. If you've never driven in the mountains like that, you got a treat in store for you. Amen. Had the nose problem, you know that already. I remember going up the mountain once. I was working for the Division of Surface Mining. Now, you know what surface mining is. You've driven along and where there are mountains, and you've seen these side of a mountain that looked like it's been shaved off. No tree, all you see is clay dirt. That's where they're surface mining for coal. And where I worked, one day they decided the secretaries needed a treat. Some of the workers were going to take us in the jeeps up one of the mountains to the top of the mountain where they had surface mine. Now I'm telling you folks, you ain't seen nothing yet till you get in one of those jeeps and the road goes, it's deep like that. You're going up that road and it's just wide enough for one vehicle. You better hope you're not meeting a big coal truck coming down the mountain, because if you do, he's going to be on the inside of that road and you're going to be on the outside where there is way down there before you see surface anymore. I was scared to death going up that mountain because we had been warned that there may be a coal truck coming down the mountain as we go up. So that was my first time to see strip mining. And I'm sure they still do it some, but they always had to replace the trees and everything. And that I worked in the department that saw to it that the miners had to put the soil back, the trees back. They had to replace the kind of bushes and growth for the animals, the deer and all of the forest animals. They had to make sure they were supplied with food and they had rules about what kind of growth that they had to put back. It could be a problem at times when the miners didn't want to cooperate. But that was my only trip up the mountain. And I don't know why I include that with Burma Shave. Well, I don't know what Burma Shave has to do with coal mining. But anyway, I just happened to think of it, so I threw it in. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of that nowadays, because some people want my stories short, others want me to add to it. So now you know, this old girl used to work in the division of surface mining. We tried to control the land and the beauty of the land, bring it back to the wildlife. So, in case you didn't notice, I just happened to have a pair of old earrings. Match my glasses. Isn't that nice? And I thought, okay, instead of wearing my green glasses today, I'd wear these. As a matter of fact, these are my new ones. They just came in the mail last week. And I thought you might like them. I like them real well. So, you know where you can get them. You just go on eBay like I do, and you look up the rhinestone reading glasses. You'll find all sizes, all colors, and you'll enjoy them if that's all you need are just reading glasses. So, kind of pretty, yeah. They dress me up a little bit anyway. So, that's my story for today. Not much of a story, but I've always wanted to tell you about the Burma Shave signs. That was such a joy to kids when they could sit in the back seat of the car and watch and wait for the first Burma Shave signs. So you look that up on the internet. You'll enjoy reading about them, and to know that there's a set of 600 signs at the museum Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. So that's my story for today. And I think tomorrow I'm going to go shopping for me. Yes, I'm going to buy me something new. So you be good. Let me know what you think when you look up the Burma Shave and tell me how much you enjoy reading them. I'll see you later.